Oil-exposed currencies are sliding, some of them in a big way, but how much of a threat might this pose to the global economy? Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. Boris Schlossberg and Max Wolf are your Trading Nation team today. Boris, listen, it's bad news for many of these countries, but is there a bigger impact that we are going to feel from these currency moves?
It may very well be, because if these currency crises that we're starting to see in Russia, with the ruble now at 80 to the dollar, and with the Saudi riyal being pressured on the forward market very, very strongly, it devolved into social crises. In other words, the fact that all of these governments have basically a tremendous amount of welfare spending that they just simply cannot afford to spend because of such low oil prices, we could have geopolitical impact that could be very, very bad going forward for the market. As a matter of fact, I think Saudi Arabia is going to be the geopolitical story this year, and we need to keep our eye on them very closely for the rest of the year.
Okay, Max Wolf, your take.
So I would add Brazil to my watch list, and there's lots of difficulties in many commodity exporting places, even Canada, which we don't usually think. Obviously, I'm not suggesting Canada on a political stability risk, but on some other areas. I think we've already seen this, by the way, so I think we see the weakness in the renminbi or the yuan out of China being part of the market pessimism story. The other thing I'd begin to look for, as we have a major liquidation in the market and a huge liquidity premium developing, is we've seen a lot of these emerging markets be major borrowers in international hard currencies. They now have to pay back with lower priced commodities in currencies that have appreciated, which means as they're less and less able to repay their debts, they have more and more of a high cost in the repayment through the currency mechanism. So I'd keep my eyes squarely there if you're looking for a real crack in the system.
Exactly.
Go ahead,
and I think,
Boris.
Brian, the key thing here is that, as Max is correct, most of the economic bad news is kind of baked into the cake. The big risk here is this going to translate into political risk? And that could be the next big story in this, big leg in this story.
All right, we are watching all this. There are other legs certainly out there. Let's hope all the legs of the chair don't get broken. Boris, Max, guys, thank you very much.
Thank
Folks, thank you for tuning into Trading Nation. As always, we're going to see you next time right here. Take care.
During bull markets, many traders find themselves attracted to small cap stocks because they have a tendency to be higher beta, which means that they generally move up faster than the broader market. But make sure you don't own too many small caps, because this could be risky. If the market should experience a downturn, you'll probably find that these stocks also move down faster than the broader market.